the great thing about this is because we've known the songs since the summer, really, the majority of them, and we've had versions of them, so we record them when we rehearse them, and then you learn the songs, and we've had a lot longer to live with the songs before we've recorded them than we did the first lot. We'd not really heard any of the songs till July when we got together, and we were in the studio in October, November, so this time we've had the best part of a year for some of these songs for them to bed in, and that makes all the difference of what you can bring to it. So that's how you kind of prepare for it, by being comfortable with the ideas. So that's what we do.
Yeah, that's great. It's a fun process. It's just wonderful to see a song kind of evolve. Everyone's putting their parts to it. Little bits of changes happen. Oh, let's do this with it, let's do that with it, and everyone has fantastic ideas. We all bring a little bit to the table during the process, and it's just fascinating and exciting and wondrous to see these songs evolve and develop into something we think, this is nearly ready to play to the public.
The excitement comes from the spontaneity of things. I mean, with doing the recording this way, we've had little bursts of recording, and then often some quite long periods in between, which gives us the opportunity to listen back to what we've done. And you can really start to analyse what you're doing, because sometimes you'll play something in the moment that you think sounds great, and actually when you listen back to it, it isn't great, or it gets in the way of something, or it just doesn't sit right for whatever reason, and vice versa. You can be playing something and not think too much of it at the time, and then you listen back and go, oh, actually I really like that. So it gives you the opportunity to sort of suss out what works and what doesn't. But crucially for me, I was listening to all the songs a lot before we came in, until about 2 weeks before, when I made a conscious decision not to listen to anything, so that when we were going through, and in those first times when you're working stuff through, and particularly when we were all in there together and Phil was getting the drums, you still end up with that, those ideas that just sort of come out of you. Whereas if you go into it, I'm just speaking for me, but if I go into it with too much of a preconceived idea of what I want to do, unless it's a solo or something, often it can sound a little contrived, really. I think actually it happening in the moment and stumbling across these sort of happy accidents, that's where the excitement is for me, and it's just finding those happy accidents that work and that sound good, because a lot of them don't.